My name is Rhapsody, his name is Reto of Retromation. Welcome back to Reto and Rhaps sow the same seeds here in Atomicrops. How's it going, Reto?
Absolutely great in Atomicrops here.
Just like to give us a little bit of a slight countdown.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go.
Into the new game. Okay. You thought you got me off guard? I was standing there.
I mean, I didn't think I caught you off guard. Also, it matters 0? Because it is, I repeat, not a race. It seems like a race, but it's not a race.
Yeah, we're using the race format to do something that is completely not a one of those.
It's a race the same way that a basketball match is a race. A basketball game?
In that it isn't.
a b-ball match, I believe is what they call it. A b-ball?
Yes. No, I think they call it a courtside occurrence.
Courtside kerfuffle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Do you have a favorite sports
team? Do I have a favorite basketball team?
Do you know a basketball team is maybe a different question I could ask. Do you know a basketball?
I do, the Sydney Kings.
Oh!
Get stunted on.
Oh,
I know
man.
my local basketball team.
I gotta say, don't mean to flex, I have been to a Minnesota Timberwolves game before.
It's funny you should mention that, because I actually didn't answer what my favorite sports team is, just that I can name one. My favorite sports team? Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh my goodness. Gotta rep that. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're good. I don't know. I don't know if, I think our baseball team is good, or was good. Man, can't they just keep the same players and they all just stay just as good as they always were, so that we can figure out if we should be proud of them or not? Please?
Just keep them constantly immortal. We'll only change players when someone gets cancelled.
Oh yeah, it's true. Gonna go through a lot of players though. Oh boy. Man, oh man. I don't know. I'm not anti-sport. In fact, I have a desire to go to a sporting event and eat the food and like be a part of a big old group of people who are also excited about something and eating the food. But that's about it. I mean, like, hopefully my team wins.
So is it kind of like the cultural ceremony?
I guess so.
I think sports game that you're a little interested in.
I guess that's it, and that's like, I could care less really about the sporting event, but yeah, just like I think just the big dome thing is cool. It's a cool place to be. It's like watching a movie that I don't care about that has, you know, the real reason I go to the movie theater, which is to get the snacks. Really, I mean, just eat the big old popcorn.
I mean, that is extremely also me. Theater popcorn is one of my favorite things on this God's green earth.
Rhapsody, can I enlighten you? You always wonder why every like movie theater popcorn is so great, and you can never make it the same at home.
Yes.
What if I told you you could? What if I told you?
Whoa. Okay. For how many easy installments of 1995?
Just 12, but. It's the tastiest product that sounds like I'm lying to you. It's so good. It's a butter salt. All of the theaters use the same one. It's called Flavacol, and you put it on, and that's the movie theater butter taste. It's actually a butter salt. That's it. That's straight up it.
Is this the thing I'm just legally allowed to buy?
Yeah, it's on Amazon and it's cheap. I bought a 2-pack, and like 2 years ago, and I'm not even close to anywhere near it. And it came with a salt shaker, and it was like $12. And I'm never gonna run out, ever.
You don't understand what you've done. This is now the only meal I will ever eat.
I mean, it's you still need to figure out like I think there's some oil that's better, but still, that salt is the reason they all taste the same. Is Flavacol. It sounds like I think they never gave it a tasty name because they don't want people to find out about it. But I just blew the lid off it for you.
Ooh, thank you for whistleblowing that for me.
Of course, of course. I had to. Oh man, it's
I think I remember seeing like a post on Reddit about something like that.
I think that might be where I saw it. To be honest, it might be where I saw it. It's true. They're not lying. It's good. You have to be. It's really powerful too. You have to you use a little bit of it and shake it up and cook it in some oil. Like pop it in some oil. Bada bing, bada boom. You're a movie theater. Just play a movie.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna tip that whole bag straight into my mouth and just enjoy the taste of 1,000 bags of popcorn at the same time.
It's like, exactly, you'll be a living god. You'll know everything about cinema. That's how it works, right? The
I'm
more
almost
popcorn,
certain that's how it works.
the more popcorn you eat, the more you know about movies. You take a handful, boom, I know Citizen Kane. What's up?
Mm-hmm. Manchurian Candidate, ask me any question about the title.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me get a handful real quick. All right, go ahead. Shoot.
Okay, Manchurian Candidate, I would like to know, where is Manchuria?
What
was he running for candidate of?
Ask another one. Ask another one. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh boy.
There was a famous cameo in that film. Who performed it?
Flavical? Johnny Flavical?
Yeah, it was Johnny Flavical 5 years before creating the condiment that we all know.
We all know.
As butter salt.
Exactly. Exactly. I cannot tell you anything about the nutritional value of Flavical. I can only imagine it's real bad.
Guess a couple things. Yeah.
It's I think you're gonna want to watch your sodium intake for the week that you have it, but it's real good. It's just as healthy as movie theater popcorn, I imagine.
I am definitely going to be doing this consistently.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
Thank you, and thank you. Just different tones each time.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. I've also got to get MSG. I got to get a couple of these like miracle ingredients.
Yeah, MSG is another one that I have meant to dabble with, but have not. I don't know. You do a lot of cooking? A lot of cooking? Any cooking? Decent cooking?
I dabble. It's difficult to justify cooking myself when Peak is excellent at cooking, like really, really good.
Yeah.
To the point that if we have to decide one night that, oh, okay, it's my turn to cook, then we know both of us, although he'll never admit it, that we're just gonna be having a substandard meal. Just compared to him.
What's your
we have to.
What's your go-to? If you opened up a restaurant and you were in charge of cooking it, what would be the prime dish?
If I had a restaurant, it would largely just be diner staples.
Okay.
Like kind of that breakfast, brunch, early lunch kind of deal.
Okay.
I would probably be mostly doing fry-ups and omelets, to be entirely frank with you.
Honestly.
Although the nighttime menu would be like ramen and stuff.
There you go. Yeah. No problem.
I can mix things up, but it's still very much a case of like, I think largely I'm kind of constrained by my lack of understanding of a lot of different things in cooking. So I will follow a recipe to a fault. If the recipe is you know, not that great, I'm just going to be following it the whole way through, because how am I going to be able to tell any better than it?
Yeah.
Whereas
like,
people take something and go, ooh, this needs a little bit of this.
Oh yeah. I growing up, I had a stay-at-home dad who didn't really know how to cook anything. So I I learned kind of how to cook, sort of, by dabbling with microwave stuff. And like, literally that's the start, was just, okay, I'm gonna put this in the microwave and figure out which seasonings from the cabinet will make it not taste like garbage. And it was just a lot of trial and error. And then I think I'm okay now. I think I'm okay. But
yeah, I love that approach.
It's just, how do I you know, like you find a couple seasonings that like, oh yeah, I like this. It's nice. Does it go with this? Absolutely not. Oh, that sucks. Because I just put all of it in there. But
yep.
Yeah.
I would describe that as like finding or gaining an understanding of flavor profile.
Yeah. I think it's a good place to start for people who say that they would never. I'm happy to hear you said you didn't say I can't cook or like I couldn't cook or something like that. Because that's like...
No. I'm constantly trying.
Most people... It seems like a lot of people who don't cook regularly say they do not have it in them. When truthfully, if you can follow literally any set of instructions, you can cook. Maybe you can't cook stuff you like yet, but you can cook. It's like, it's literally just following directions. You're just saying that you didn't... How'd you get anywhere in school? How'd you learn how to count? How'd you learn how to do math? You got it in you.
Yeah.
Just it might be a skill you don't feel like putting a lot of time into. Is all it is.
It kind of reminds me of the Florence Foster Jenkins thing of why do you sing on being asked why she sings despite large agreement that she's not particularly great at it. They can say that I can't. They can say that I can't sing, but they can't say that I didn't sing.
Exactly. It's exactly that. Like my dad just figured out how to make rice in a rice cooker, not in a pot with water and everything like that. And this is because he just always said, "I can't cook. Like I can't cook." But it's just like I told him, I was like, I'll tell you, you don't even need to do a great job with measurements. 1 cup rice, 2 cups water, press the button. Congratulations, you started to learn how to cook.
Yep.
Like, you can start anywhere. Anyone can cook.
I think people use that as a way to give themselves a permission structure for not having to learn.
Absolutely.
Subconsciously, at least.
Absolutely. And I think that's everywhere. That's with, like, you know, like, people with technology is the same thing. Like, I don't know how to check my email, so check my email for me. Like, it's basically an excuse to get a butler. You know? Just
pretty much.
All you have to trade is your dignity of saying that you can't do something, and you're rewarded with a free meal for the rest of your life. These things are eating my tree, and I can't stop it because I don't have an upgraded gun. This is the problem. That's
yeah, it's... yeah, I know the feeling. I really wish the sniper rifle had piercing again, because dealing with mobs with it is just bad.
Yeah, I'm literally just using my starter. I didn't plant like anything yet. I've been focusing on the old talking. In fact, I almost died on the first day. So this ain't looking great. I'm gonna have
that's okay.
I'm going to have made $30 on the first season. Just a heads up.
That's not bad.
30? Yeah.
Could have done worse.
Oh man.
There's exactly 29 different ways you could have done worse.
Exactly. It's true. 30 if you count dying.
Woo. And I do. So frankly, WD.
40. Do you? I don't know why I feel like exploring all the topics of like, where do you stand on cars? Do you know anything? I know you don't drive, so you have no real reason to be interested in cars. Do you care about? Are you interested in vehicle? Like, do you? I don't know. Like, people who are. Can you tell that I'm not excited about cars based off how I'm talking? But like, do you have an interest in cool like sports cars? Or have you ever cared?
I understand that cars are a thing that people use.
They go too. Did you know that? They go.
They sure do, bud. They sure go vroom.
Boy, they go. Oh, actually got $66. Hell yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Back
I will
up,
tell you,
Jeff
my first
Bezos.
season was complete garbage as well.
That's both. I'm sorry to hear, and I'm happy to hear.
We're still in the same line here.
You say so. Did you get over $100 in the first? The mayor's just looking at me with disapproval. He says, "Really?" He said, "Really? Oh, really? That's what you did?"
You're gonna proudly stand here while our people starve?
We spent more on these balloons and confetti.
Oh god, yeah, they start the party before they even know how much you've done.
And they never stop. I don't have to leave. I can literally, like, they don't realize. Oh, it does stop. Maybe it just stopped because I did a bad job. They should do that. They should make it so the celebration only goes as long as you deserve.
Yeah. And if you don't harvest anything in a single season, you should just go there. The celebration shouldn't even start, and the mayor should just be tapping their foot. Like,
yeah.
Well.
Yeah. He's like, at a certain point, he literally just says, no, don't bother. Don't go in the helicopter. And then he just gets in the helicopter and leaves. He's like, I guess I'm learning. I'm already the mayor, but I guess I gotta have 2 jobs.
You know what? Actually, if it was having 0 and then the mayor just goes and plays a whole run and you have to spectate, I'd be super into that.
That'd be great. Oh my goodness. That would be... People would talk about it, that's for sure. It would be mentioned.
I have to say, I have gotten some bad RNG in that I've gotten one of my golden chest rewards so far, like the most useful of them, has been an extra tractor slot. And the extra tractor slot has allowed me to pick up a 2nd weed whacker. What?
Wow. Big shot.
I'm never gonna have enough weeds.
Yeah, I don't have a tractor. So.
That means your tractor out there still might be a good one.
That's true. Always looking on the bright side. Oh, man.
Because I've got that and and 2 organic armors at this point.
Yeah, I got one.
Really helping.
I got 1 organic armor. I haven't found my golden chest in the plains yet. And I'm still looking. I don't know.
I hope it turns up for you soon.
Oh, I appreciate that. Rival. Well, I gotta tell you, you don't know this. I've been streaming Pokemon randomizer. You might know that. I've been streaming a Pokemon Nuzlocke randomizer thing. And you're my rival, and you want to know what your starter is?
I desperately do.
You actively picked a Zubat. Your starter is Zubat. You wanted it. You decided to fight my Zangoose with a Zubat. So,
this is, I'm almost certain, a kind of slander. I am going to have my legal contact you. If it's not slander, it's at the absolute least libel.
I mean, like. You didn't have to pick it. There was a what's that son of a gun? Meditite, the little one that's doing yoga.
Hell yeah!
That you could have picked that, but you didn't.
That would have been tight as hell.
But you didn't. No, you wanted the Zubat. I was like, I don't know, Rhapsody.
Look,
you said I like his mouth. I like his wings. Yeah,
that's exactly what I said.
It's true. Yeah,
I can confirm.
It's true. You like an underdog. Who is more of an underdog than a freaking Zubat? Nobody even wants to try to like it. So there you go.
I mean, Crobat's kind of dope, though.
Crobat is cool.
Where are you going to get your Crobats from, if no Zubats?
Exactly. I mean, maybe a Golbat. There's a couple. I know that there's a few caves that just have Golbats, but we don't talk about that. No, there's only one place, Zubats.
Sure, but where would you get your Golbats from? Right? The evolutionary line starts with a Zubat.
It's true, but like, you can also just catch him at Golbat if you at one.
I'm trying to find a way to justify the choice.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory. You just wanted to assert dominance.
Yep.
You just like, yes, you're like, I know I'm going to lose this first fight because a Zubat at level 5 versus a Zangoose at level 5 is a dumb idea. But I'm going to come back, I'm going to beat your butt with a Crobat. I'll let you know if you end up killing any of my Pokemon. Have you
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Have you ever done a Nuzlocke? Do you know what it is?
No, I've always been really interested in doing one. I carried one through, I think, about 5 routes in a game. Okay. And then I saw a cute Pokemon after I'd already caught a Pokemon in the route, and I was like, well...
It's hard to keep yourself to it if you're not streaming or recording it. I will admit, it's like, I'm like, if I'm not streaming or recording it, I'm kind of like, I just kind of want to bend the rules. I just kind of want to bend the rules because it's cute. But that's why I always put in like, there's all kinds of house rules you can do. Like, if a shiny Pokemon shows up, you just get it. Who cares? It's too cool to not get. Like that kind of thing. But, I don't know, it's fun. It's a way to... make Pokemon hard or make it roguelite.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
That's what I was about to say. Like the roguelike kind of element of it is really, really interesting.
Yeah, it's like, let's take Pokemon and give it some Darkest Dungeon vibes. It's fun. It's fun. I think you should try it sometime. Just for
I would like to.
I think that because what would you say your interest level in Pokemon is? I know that you said you used to be into it. Minimum at this point, or still up there?
I mean, like, I'm still interested in it. I just don't ever get any of the consoles that it's released on.
Yeah.
So I kind of just can't afford to pay attention to it. Otherwise, I make myself sad. Like, oh, it'd be nice to play that.
The best ones to do Nuzlocks for are the Game Boy Advance ones, in my opinion, anyway. So there you go.
Which in particular?
My favorite, because of it's like 1 foot in nostalgia, 1 foot in the future, is Fire Red Leaf Green. I think makes a fantastic Nuzlocke, because it's like you get all 3 of the first generations, but you're in a familiar world. It's the first generation world, all the Kanto stuff. So that's why that one's my favorite to do for.
Okay.
And then you
keep that in mind. Should I have a Nuzlocke?
And also, very easy to play on a completely legal Game Boy.
Of course. You're using your home version that you ripped.
Yes. I did it myself. And also, I indeed know how to modify the actual cartridge. That's how I'm doing the randomizer.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm glad to hear this. So none of us are breaking the law at all.
Breaking the law? Why do you even bring that up? I said it was legal, Rhaps.
What? No, to say that none of us are.
Okay, good. Just had to check. Just had to check.
Sorry?
Just had to check. We're saying anything that would, just imply that maybe I was doing something not legal.
No, of course not.
Truth be told, and this doesn't pull the curtain back at all. I have a Retron 5, which is an actually completely legal way to play Game Boy Advance games in HD. And it's pretty slick.
Which is the way you're doing it.
Which is the way I'm doing it because I'm not lazy. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what makes it worse.
It would also just be hell to hook up.
Exactly. That's what makes it worse is I have the Retron 5. But anyway, that's what I'm using. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Shame on anyone.
I actually have toyed around with the idea of doing like a Nuzlocke series ages ago. But maybe it would be something to stream.
That's what I was going to just tell you. I was baffled with how great it is for stream material because like so many people know Pokemon and there's like an inherent procedurally, like, you know how a normal Pokemon run is going to go. You're going to win and it's going to not be that hard. And that's just it. But there's an interesting storytelling thing where it's really easy for people to get attached to the Pokemon because they're cuter than the Darkest Dungeon character. And then they go away and everybody... Sorry to say, they're cuter than the Darkest... What was that?
Have you seen the leper?
I mean, he's got a nice shiny face. I'll admit. He keeps it shiny.
You do.
Boy, you do. But yeah, it makes for a fantastic stream game. If you did that, I would watch every second of it and more. Every second of it twice.
Excellent. Well, that's going to be like a watch time of 150%.
Oh yeah.
Well, 200%.
Oh yeah.
It is actually like, because the thing that killed the idea for me doing on YouTube was I would, trying to save my characters, I'd just grind a whole lot.
but that's the thing, is that's how, and that's why it works great as a stream thing, is you use that time for just talking to the chat, and you feel this underlying pressure to not take forever doing it because you don't want to be boring, so you don't over prepare, and then it's always interesting. I think. I don't know. It's a fun way. I've always been. Do you have any other ways that you used to make games that aren't necessarily hard for you or hard for you anymore? Hard? Like, what are some ways that you did that growing up? Anything?
Yeah, no, I would do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. In particular, like, I would screw my deck, or I would try and beat the enemy with like a deck cost of significantly lower than theirs, where you only have to have a deck cost of 1 lower than theirs in order to fight them. And I like reflecting on that. That was largely an impulse of mine to try and have like a randomized element in those kind of single-player games. Yeah. So that I would get to play them more consistently.
Yeah, or at the very least, try to make the outcome more random. Instead of just like, all right, and then I win again. It's like, I don't know. There's no. I mean, like, I'll play most Pokemon games that come out still to this day. Like, I'll play through them, but unless I'm doing a Nuzlocke or something, I can't stay. I don't know. I can't keep playing them because like I need some kind of challenge. It's like, I don't know. I always did stuff with that. I always dabbled with making things that weren't hard for content, for personal content. And I think that mostly started for me with like Super Smash Brothers. I was like, okay, I can do the story mode that is in the N64 one, the minimal amount there was, and just be done with it. Or I could literally fill up an entire notebook with my own personalized campaign with unique events and everything, and then just play it out in the versus mode or something. And that's what I would always do. I would just like, I literally I have a
How would that work?
I have a notebook somewhere, and it's probably still out there. And I literally like, I wrote little stories like, and then I went to this, and then Mario goes to this zone. Basically, I made the Subspace Emissary before the Subspace Emissary. I'm gonna sue Nintendo. Basically, like, I made my own story, and then I would like put myself against computers of really high levels, usually way more unfair than you would find in like the story mode, like 3 against 1 or something like that. And I'd be like, if you win, then this happens. If you lose, then this happens. And then you have to go and fight this person. Like a choose-your-own-adventure played out through fighting the CPUs that I picked in versus mode.
That's awesome. I'm smiling so hard right now. That's really, really endearing.
I appreciate that. I always like to do that. And when I was trying to get myself fit, I would pretend I would do the same thing, but like I had a basketball hoop, and I would pretend to do the same thing, and but do it with me shooting hoops in my driveway. Same kind of thing.
You've already conquered gamification.
I know. I've always been into gamification. I was like, I need an excuse to like want to do this without like with no friends here to do it. I need to make it interesting for myself. And then I don't know. I think that Nuzlocke is kind of the natural like that kind of thing, but a very very structured thing because a lot of people do it, and it's really cool. It's a fun way to.
It definitely is. Like, like the way that I've been getting into that more recently has kind of become more manifest. Is oh god, I didn't even manage to kill the heart. Sorry, the sun. You know. Yeah, I might not either. Big old sun. Oh god. I'm gonna have Flounder in this series as well. I'm Flounder in this season as well.
Oh boy.
But like level 1 Dark Souls runs. Or
that's
Dark
exactly
Souls
what I was gonna say.
Items.
Yeah. I think that's a very very tandem thing with like a Nuzlocke or something. That's exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. I love that. I love that. It's so fun to like squeeze in more content, and like when you have a game that makes you want to do that. You know you got a banger. You're like, I love this. I need to, and I know the devs won't make more of this. I need to make more of this. And it's endearing to see communities do that.
It really is.
Yeah, it's neat. you did a Dark Souls on your right. You did a level, a challenge type of Dark Souls run on your channel, didn't you? Or did you only just play Dark Souls?
I did, yeah.
That's what I thought. Which one did you do? Was it level 0, Soul level 0 or something?
I did an SL1, which is Soul level 1 run, because I don't know if there is a 0 in the first game.
I mean, cards on the table. I know it exists. I haven't watched one, but I know what it is, and I am excited about the concept of it, but I have not watched a run.
Totally fair.
So
I would recommend a lot of it. Like in large part, there's a streamer in my country called Litovsky, who I have really enjoyed the content of for a while, because he would just do a stream and the viewers would vote on what weapon he would use for that run, and instead of modding in the weapon, he would go and run to where that weapon exists in the world as quickly as possible, and then grind the stats to use it, and then go through the whole game with it. And that was the thing that actually got me into Dark Souls like challenge runs.
Sure.
Largely. But the easiest one to complete, and the one that has like the most clear routing, is the Soul level 1 route. So yeah, it's what I wanted to start with. I initially did want to do like a whole series of challenge runs, but you know, other stuff as well.
Yeah, there are other things. Exactly. There's many other things, and that's like, I don't know. I've done, for example, I've done Nuzlocke on my YouTube channel in the past. I have 2 of them on my channel, but I don't know. I think streaming is a great way to kind of dabble with those things that you might miss, you know, or that you're like, man, I wish I had time. I would have had time to do this, or I can't believe I didn't go to do this. I feel like it's a good place to test those things out.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get more on board with. Like, I understand it intellectually, but it's something that I'm trying to get like on a deeper level of recognizing whether something is good as a stream game, whether it's good as an online YouTube game, or whether it's something to play in my own time.
I feel like any game that has little bits that you're like, I mean, I don't do editing, but I kind of wish I would edit this part out, it usually works better as a stream game. Because people don't mind it on, people don't mind that on streams as much. Because that's time that you get to talk to them. That's why like Nuzlocke's work on stream, because there's some grinding. And people are excited to, you know, interact. That's like half of what streams are about versus YouTube. So
it's funny because I've like experienced the opposite side of that a lot recently, where I'd play Slay the Spire on stream, and because I've built up a pace for it for YouTube, I would find myself not talking to the chat as often as I would like.
Yeah. And that's probably a thing where you already have that pre-existing thing in your head. And like if you were playing something maybe even similar, but not Slay the Spire, maybe you wouldn't find yourself doing that, because you don't have that like bajillion hours of pre-stored familiarity with what you do in that situation. You wouldn't be working against it. I don't know. For me, what I've been finding is like, I don't know, like I've been streaming the Pokemon. It's been doing just as the last 2. They just did just as well, if not better, than the recent Gungeon ones. So it's sometimes it's surprising that like sometimes people just want to see the thing that they didn't expect to see, and that's it. Sometimes that's good enough, and that's fun. Speaking of, are you going to be streaming still Outer Worlds?
Yeah. Yep.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yep.
Is that
is
that correction? What is that? No, is that gonna go on YouTube, or is that gonna be a stream only thing? I saw you put some VODs. You put some of the old VODs. Was that just because you didn't have videos for that time, or?
I didn't have videos for that time, but also like I've moved further away from wanting to do VODs, so like I've just been clipping out content from streams.
Yeah.
But if I did I think the format that I would follow is what NL does with his like Sunday streams.
Yep. That's what I used to. That's what I would do. That's what I'm not saying that's what I would do if I were you. I'm saying that's what I used to do. and when I was not lazy and adopted my new approach.
Yeah, like the fact that I stream less is definitely a thing that will make that more sustainable for me, because if I was doing it more often, there's no way that I would keep up to that.
Yeah.
But for anyone who's not familiar with the specific format that I'm referring to, or not specifically familiar, NL would just chop them up into episode lengths for a YouTube series. And they wouldn't have like a unique intro or unique outro or anything like that. They would just be parts of the VOD. But they would typically stand alone because he would balance his attention between the game and chat.
Yeah. I always forget that people don't know how Northernlion does everything, because I always have this thought. I'm like, if they're watching me, it's because they, it's because they've seen all of Northernlion, something like that. Because you already watched all of it. That kind of thing.
Sounds good.
That kind of thing.
Sounds familiar, like your Slay the Spire intro for the Dawn of the Dead series.
Oh, I'm glad you saw it. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, good.
Of course.
Oh man.
It was a very flattering moment. As also, I will. As I heard it, I was like, huh. I've heard that before somewhere. Like, it didn't even clock immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a better impression, but
no. It's like, because I'm not usually on this side of here.
It's true. And how often do you? How much of each of your videos do you think you watch nowadays? Like, I the answer may be basically zero. But, like, do you go back to, like, I don't know. Because without editing, which I don't do anymore either, I'll watch, like, maybe 5-10% of some of my videos sometimes. Just to, like, check what was going on, if, like, things seemed paced right and everything. I wouldn't do anything about it, but I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before, but the thing I find myself more commonly doing is, like, if someone references a certain part of an episode in a comment, like with a timestamp, I'll go to that point and then just listen for a bit. Okay, if this was a Let's Player I was watching, what would I think? Yeah.
I definitely do that too. Timestamp. Oh hell yeah, timestamps. Everybody timestamp this video. Show me your timestamp your favorite part of this video in the comments below.
Don't you dare timestamp right now. How dare you?
Yeah. Come on, low hanging fruit. You can do better than that. Not this point. Any other point. Not this point either. Not this point either.
This one right now is fine, but not this one.
Daily scroll. Oh boy, thank you. But you should have given it to me a little while ago.
I would absolutely murder for a daily scroll.
Book him, boys. We got him.
Damn it! You got my confession.
Yeah. What did you get? What have you gotten?
I just have complete garbage for all of my golden treasures. 2 organic armors, 1 extra tractor slot, and God, I do not actually remember what the final one is. It's done that little for me.
It's a great sign. Wait, you already said the extra tractor slot, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not even a backup generator. Hang on, I might not have the final one. Maybe I'm missing a camp.
Oh shoot, I helped him.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Oops. Because this is a very brutal, cutthroat environment. And
God.
I should not have done that.
The person who loses his put to death. Did we not make that clear?
It's fine. It's fine. That's okay, I guess. All right, I just need to make a couple phone calls. I didn't. Whoops. Didn't know what I was getting into.
Yeah, this is deathmatch through and through.
It's the new battle royale.
Oh god.
Is that it's like not a thing anymore to make that joke, is it? Like it's kind of past just that everything's a battle royale. Like we've kind of passed that now. Like now everything isn't a battle royale anymore. Or am I wrong?
I mean,
I feel like it's toned down like extremely.
One of the things I'm still most excited for is a battle royale. It's technically a battle royale.
Yeah. Fall Guys.
I saw it at PAX. It was there.
It was there. Was it good in there?
It was there.
Or did you play it? Or did you just see
not. I saw it from afar.
Did it look good from afar? Yeah. I hate lines.
It looked real good from afar.
Up close,
actually,
not so much.
You know what? I'm going to tell you that there was a game there that I think you would really, really enjoy called Unpacking.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Good guess. I am interested in it.
Hell yeah.
Good guess. That's the one that's kind of like Overcooked, but no. Unpacking is that the puzzle one, or is that the puzzle one, or is that the one that's like Overcooked? Because I like both. I'm interested in both.
Unpacking's a little puzzle-like, but it's more like just meditative.
Yes, no, it's the one where you're unpacking people's stuff into their room, and it kind of like don't you learn a bit about them through the unpacking. You kind of the gameplay's technically puzzle, I think, right? But only loosely.
I mean, you do have to figure out where to put everything, and not everything has a place. Some things will fit better in certain locations, so you do actually have incentives to optimize.
Yeah.
It honestly just looks like the perfect game to wind down with. Yes.
I was thinking of two. There's another one that is like Overcooked, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's about moving as well. It's a cooperative moving. You're playing as movers, and you're both controlling your character. You can like awkwardly move around the couch into the house, and it's kind of like a frantic cooperative puzzler in that way.
I might have seen that because I saw a lot of Overcooked like inspired games.
I can imagine. Overcooked is fantastic. Have you played it? I'm sure you've seen it, but have you played it?
I have played it some. I haven't played it an incredible amount, I'll admit.
What is your what's your take on it?
It's real good.
Real good? I have a
It's also very frustrating.
Yes. I have an extreme take on it. I think it might be one of the best cooperative games ever made. Personally.
Ooh.
Because I played through the entirety of it with Grace, and it can be frustrating, but it's also no game will help you work on your communication skills faster and better than playing Overcooked with someone. It's crazy. And I don't know, and I think it's just good, extremely simple but hard to enact gameplay. I don't know. It's great.
Yeah.
It's like that Katamari, how I think I hate to use the word perfect. I don't think like basically any game is perfect. I think that Katamari is a perfect video game because it's just I don't know that very many things would get that from me. It's just because like when I think back to it, I'm like, what on earth would it possibly change or add that would make me think it did its job any better? And it's like nothing. I don't know. Dang good game.
Is it any specific Katamari?
My favorite, I think that the PS2 one is the most perfect. I think the PS2 one is the perfection of the perfection for me, because it does the same sort of gameplay, but the levels are more varied. There's like challenges. There's more challenges, kind of like what we were talking about before. Like it's Katamari, but you can only pick up one bear, and you need to pick up the biggest bear you can. Kind of a thing. Like, so you get as big as possible, and you try to pick up the biggest bear. If you accidentally touch a bear that's small, you technically win, but you don't win as good as you're supposed to, kind of thing. I don't know. It's neat. It's neat.
It does seem neat.
You've never played, I assume, right? Based off of this?
I've played games that are like Katamari.
What does that mean? What games like Katamari? Because I need to play it.
the world ends with you, or the beautiful end of the world, I think is actually.
Okay, I was gonna say the world ends with you is nothing like Katamari. Another very good video game, but nothing to do with Katamari.
I always get the titles confused. I think it is the beautiful end of the world, but it's just like an indie Katamari, like.
Yeah. What do you do? I haven't heard of it.
You roll up larger and larger objects until you roll up the biggest object in the map.
I see.
It's very shameless.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, they're not gonna do anything else with Katamari anyways. Everything else that's gonna come out of Katamari is gonna be remakes or like mobile games, I think, at this point. Because the creator is no longer working with Bandai Namco, but he's got a new game coming out. Wadum, coming out very soon.
What is Wadum?
That's a great question. I have watched a lot on it, and I still can't tell you. And it's coming out soon. It looks cute as hell. I know that you play as different. The closest thing that came to mind when I was watching it is that game Everything, the game titled Everything. It's kind of like that, but more puzzly elements where you play as each character is got their own little things and they need to be utilized in different ways. I don't know. I still don't know, and that's part of what fascinates me about it is because everything he touches is golden. So it's probably gonna be great, and the fact that I don't know exactly what it is fine, because it's gonna be really a surprise then.
It's funny, like almost everything that you just said could be mirrored with a discussion about Hideo Kojima and what's the game that's coming out? Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Look, Konami's not working with him anymore, but he's about to come out with a new game, and I've seen a lot of material about it. I have no clue what it is.
It's like exactly the same thing, but the products could not look more different.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's effectively that. I think the severance of Bandai Namco and I think it's Kita Takahashi, I think, is his name. I don't know if it's the same kind of like. I think that it might be an amicable thing. I'm not sure. I don't know. All I know is they just made a remake of the first game, and it's good, but it's just the first game again in HD. And he had nothing to do with it, aside from the fact that he made the whole original game.
Just nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it except like literally everything to do with it. But he had nothing to do with the minimal amount of changes that were made to do it, kind of a thing. I don't know. Are you?
It's interesting when the sorry?
Your season go well? Real quick. Sorry to talk about the game for a second.
Not really.
Okay. I might have a chance today.
I've been getting a season rating of 9 with like really low scores.
Oh, okay, never mind. I have not been even doing that. It's been oh boy. The gameplay's been weak, that's for sure. On my end.
Yeah, the RNG hasn't been great here either. Like, I've got the largest farm of all time and no way to water any of the crops in it.
Oh. R.I.P.
Stay away from the edges of my crops. And because I'm not making money, I can't buy weapons. Because I can't buy weapons, I can't defend my crops, so I can't make money.
It's an endless cycle.
What kind of build have you gone for?
Implying I've gone for anything? Is hope a build?
Yep.
I've got a hell of a lot of hope. Just a hell of a lot of hope. I don't know. I got my blue tractor finally, my watering tractor finally. And
congratulations.
That's about what I got going for me right now. I have the daily scroll. That's my build, if you will.
I mean, that can still work. Just bank a bunch to put down the Nemocries in the final season.
Yeah, I'm like kind of just banking on you not making it through the final season right now, I guess. I think that would be the situation where I would win at this point.
There's a legitimate possibility of that. I'm trying to counter that by having a tractor that will actually eat my enemies. So that's my plan for how I'm going to deal with the bunny.
Wise.
But like, I'm not taking much money from day to day, unfortunately. So my weapons are probably going to be pretty garbage for that fight.
Yeah.
Even if I do get a good one.
Fingers crossed that neither of us gets put through the turmoil that is literally not being able to beat that boss and getting those.
Yeah.
That needs to, like, if nothing else was changed, that needs to be changed.
Yeah, bunny hell is a bad time.
It's you just can't do anything about it with those two weapons. Maybe you could argue maybe with the turrets you'd be okay. I would argue not even. Not even with that.
I tend to agree, not even with those.
Can everybody just stop spamming so I could play the video game by myself, please? Can I just play? You know what I just realized? Rhapsody, can we just play Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Let's just play Stardew.
How do you competitively Animal Cross? I mean, Stardew, I can imagine you could create like a score modifier and stuff for.
You can also just like play Stardew co-op and just have a good time.
That's true as well. How's the netcode for it? I know you've linked me something recently about co-op play online that I have not yet read because I was out of.
I didn't assume you were going to read it. It basically is just that Steam, and that doesn't even apply to the Stardew thing. It's Steam is adding an official thing so that you can play local co-op only games online. So think Parsec, but officially made by Steam, and hopefully professionally, like great. I mean, not speaking bad about Parsec. I haven't used it, but made by Steam. So you would hope it would be at least, pretty smooth.
Yeah, I mean, at the absolute least, it would integrate better with currently excellent Steam services.
Yeah. I would be shocked if it wasn't the best option. I guess is maybe how I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think the Stardew Valley netcode's not bad. But you can, there's legit online co-op, isn't there? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I believe there is.
All right. It's a plan.
That would be fun to do.
It'd be a lot of fun to do. A lot of people are asking for me to play Stardew.
Can you be in two different areas?
Yep.
Oh.
Straight up, you can just be across the map. The only catch is that like one person joins another person's game. That's it. That's like the catch. Otherwise, it's exactly the same.
Oh no! Get away from my roses!
Stay by his roses. Stay by his roses. I need help.
No! They're listening to you more than me.
Haha.
You ate my rose. That's not fair.
I didn't know such thing. I didn't know such thing.
It was done under your command. You gave the orders.
Slander. It's not admissible in court. We all know that. We all know. No.
No! My trees!
Yay!
No!
I mean, I feel bad. This sucks. I feel bad. I want to celebrate, but also I feel bad at the same time because I've never won, and I don't.
I'm playing this up, but also no.
Woohoo!
Yeah, no, I'm straight up losing all my trees.
Oh no. Are you on the boss? Or wait, no.
No, I just have an SMG and it's wave 3 of 3 on the final season day.
Oh man. R.I.P. Good luck.
SMG with no upgrades, not gonna work out for me.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I'm losing
SMG.
all of them. No.
You're saying there's a chance?
I almost died.
Oh my god. You're saying there's a chance?
I took 8 hits that day.
Oh my, wow. Ow. That's pain. That's some pain right there. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts in bits I didn't know I had that could be hurt. I'm marrying her right now.
Are you just doing that because you think it'll solve everything? It's not a reason to marry someone, Rhapsody. Well, maybe hope it works for you. Good luck.
A marriage is for a lifetime, not just for the holidays.
Oh. Whoops.
Oh my god. I sincerely cannot believe that I've just lost all of those. It's time to rebuild.
It's okay. I believe in you. I believe in you.
It would take a miracle.
I believe in you getting a miracle. It's a video game. Miracles happen in video games all the time.
Hell yeah.
The plants are alive. They have faces, Rhapsody.
I mean, that is true. I do feel a little weird about, like, you know, some of the plants with faces I eat, and then some of them I call meh. How do I keep these straight?
Yeah. it's like that gingerbread man image where it's like the ginger man does not know if he is made of house or his house is made of flesh. He screams for he does not know. He screams for he does not know.
I like that a lot.
Oh boy.
No. Yeah, honestly, if you have like a slightly lucrative final season, you will probably overtake me at this rate. I overinvested in my trees, and now I have them.
Mama.
Give you the free keys to the kingdom right there.
Okay. I'll take them. I'll take them. Ooh.
I'm not even gonna manage to full explore.
What is full exploring to you? Is it like oh god.
It's usually like it's not full because you really don't have time to do full.
Yeah.
It's usually like exploring north, south, east, west, and then 2 extra directions after that.
Okay. Oh my god. This season sucks. I think I'm going through exactly what you went through. And thankfully I didn't overinvest in trees at the least. Like, so I mean, I'm losing everything I have, but it's fine, I guess.
Okay. Oh god. All right. Undertaker is about to spawn. I have 1 heart left. I am probably dead.
Oh my god. Invest everything in living. Invest everything in living. How did you get so far ahead of me?
Time-wise?
Yeah. I just
because I ran to the start of the race. What are you kidding me? It's a race.
I mean, I'm going back to town and I'm about to start that season. What's happened? No! Butcher's my flying squirrel. Are you kidding me?
Wait, no, you're starting the season rather than doing the Undertaker fight?
I'm about to start the Undertaker day.
Yeah.
And I got Butcher's Knife Flying Squirrel.
Yeah, I have bad news for you, bud.
Did you beat him?
It's time to employ the technique of placing your head between your knees and kissing your butt goodbye.
I hate it. So what's better against the Undertaker, the Flying Squirrel or the Butcher's Knife?
I would probably say Flying Squirrel. Can you buy all of the upgrades for it?
Yeah. That's like my only saving grace, and that's like... Oh my god, it can't even handle the highest version! If I fire them, the squirrels go away because there's too many squirrels on the screen. What is this? Okay, now it's not doing that. It was doing that. I don't understand. All right.
Fingers crossed it doesn't continue to do that. I have died in my Undertaker fight.
I'm sorry to hear this.
It's totally okay. I got greedy with the size of my farm, and I didn't plant enough things in it. I also didn't balance my watering against the types of crops that I had. So I just had some bad seasons. What happened?
So I'll give it my best. I'll see. I don't know if you want to just start a season just to have something on your screen. I'm gonna try to beat the boss, I guess. Is that just the the win case scenario
should...
at this point? Is just if I beat the boss, I actually win an episode of Atomicrops?
Well, it's so how we've been doing it so far is if someone loses, the other person gets to complete that season and then submit a score.
Oh, okay.
To compare.
So the answer is probably.
Probably, yeah, because completing a season is usually like a
big
pretty
deal.
Large step up.
Unless I really beefed it in the beginning, which I did, and you didn't quite beef it.
I will tell you, the day before I died, I made 2.5k.
Oh my god.
Which was also the majority of my score.
Oh my god. I might not be fine. I might lose, actually, even if I win.
I mean, you just got Nuclear Winter after that, so you could do that as well.
I guess so. I guess that, yeah, I guess. I don't know, the rules have never been put to the test this much because it's always been on the opposite side, and you've also obviously had more points in every single time, so they've never been put to the test in this way before. We've never thought, yeah. It'll be interesting. I'll just see what happens. I'll just see how many points I think I have after this.
Sure. Go for it. Ooh. I really kind of like the kind of like having played this enough in my own spare time to wind down.
Mm-hmm.
The opening is really kind of zen for me. It's just like, okay, path correctly on each side. Don't really bother making any decisions. Just try and find things that look a little bit interesting and then run with them. Yeah.
It really does. It has a good loop, and I think it just needs to be like early accessed up a bit. And that's it.
Definitely.
And I'm excited.
I mean, we are in Spooktember. It is going to get ghouls and gourds at some point.
It's true. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. You see the new that there's going to be a new Undermine update this month too?
I did not. What's that going to be about?
Spooky stuff, and I think largely going to be about curses. And I think I don't know. Definitely a decent amount about curses. I saw there's some potion that brought the person to 1 HP but got rid of all their curses. This gun is not good enough for this still. All right, we're not going to have to figure out anything because I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die.
I figured that was a possibility.
This...
You got real bunnied right there.
I'm annoyed by, how many times this has happened to me. I'm very annoyed by how many times it's happened to me.
Just in the short term, put out a hotfix that means you can't use the squirrel launcher or the cleaver in those fights. Just,
Yeah.
In the meantime.
I died. How many points
Sorry
did you
to hear
get?
that. I do not entirely remember. It was, I believe, 4,600 something.
Oh, bite me. 4,200. It was my only chance.
That's totally okay. It's honestly like the large harvest the day before with the Anemocry is the only reason. Like I had an Anemocry, a Blood Rain, and then a Rain Cloud go off on the day before. It's the only reason I'm even in competition here.
Can we just like cancel the Undertaker? Like just delete him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I
You're in
saw
agreement?
some tweets.
I'm in agreement?
I saw some tweets the Undertaker made a while ago. I'm pretty sure we could get a good case.
That sounds good. Oh, yeah. Congratulations on your victory. Goodbye. No, go ahead.
No, you know what? That'll do.
Bye.